you're so nice. You're so nice. You're so nice. Wait. Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. Wait. Okay. Wait. Slow down. Oh, you like it? I'll be your granddaughter. I'll be your granddaughter. Oh, I'll be your granddaughter. Okay. You're. Whoa. Okay. All right. Just calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. All right. Tell me, has this always been in you? Like, have you always felt like this energy was inside of you? Can you tell me about your first sexual, thought? Well, yeah, hi. Sure, of course. Well, first let me catch my breath because, oh my gosh, I am so not satisfied. All right. So that's first and foremost. As girls, we have to take back our power in vocalizing our expectations in sex, and sometimes it feels so good for us, and it feels so good for us, but as men, we need you to channel that energy and sustain. Like, you come so fast, and sometimes it's just like a wham bam thank you, fucking man, but like, I didn't get there, I didn't get mine. I mean, you didn't really pay much attention to my clitoris. So but to answer your question, I'm glad you asked. Us girls, we really want you guys to know that we're not fucking robots. We're not some extraterrestrial beings from outer space who just sits in our room and plays with our teapot and cups and playhouse. And yeah, we do talk about like who we're gonna marry and who our prince is, and when we grow up we're gonna be a beautiful princess and queen, because yeah, we fantasize about that, but that's not all we talk about. Like, us girls, we're normal people. We like cartoons and video games and ice cream and chocolate and climbing trees and everything that goes with that. And then we become pre-teens. We become teenagers. And just like you boys who suddenly just, your voice gets deeper, and then you start looking at girls, and your balls drop, and you suddenly get these erections and these urges to have sex and these indulgences, and you get these feelings, and you get aroused when you see the opposite sex. Well, guess what? That's us girls. That's not just you. You're not just a 12-year-old boy who suddenly masturbates in his bedroom. You're not just a 13-year-old boy who just looks at Playboy. You're not just a boy who's 14 or 15 who's just fantasizing about that hot, cheerleader, or that hot girl, or that hot teacher, or that hot actress, or like, everything that you said. Flip the pillow to the other side. Flip the coin to the other side. Look at that spectrum and go to the other end, and that's us girls. That's us girls. The reason why you're confused by how aggressive I am is because we have to, our sexual nature is pent up. Our sexual nature is so deep inside of our body that we're projected to be ashamed of it. We're taught to be ashamed of it. Unfortunately, these women, or these groups who are supposed to liberate us, still have not brought the shame, the stigma. They don't even broach the subject of our sexuality. They just want us to be gay. They just want us to wear pantsuits. They just want us to be big women. They just don't want us to be fit. They just don't want us to be just don't want us to have our money. But like, nobody's talking about our sex. Nobody's talking about, we masturbate too. And when we masturbate, we think about certain things too. And we like to have pleasure too. And we want to be emotionally, cognitively, socially stimulated, But of course, we want to be physically stimulated. Of course, we're not robots. Of course, we're not Android 18, even though she's attractive. Of course, we're not some, cyborg. We want you to learn about our bodies. We want you to pay attention to our bodies. We want you to want to lick everywhere. We want that. We want you to be irresistible towards it. We want to be irresistible to you. But at the same time, how do you think us girls feel when we see the true masculine, when we see the divine masculine? What do you think girls feel when we see a man who's not afraid to speak his mind, who's not afraid to look me in the eye, who's not afraid to take life by the horns? Before he can insinuate himself inside of me, he better insinuate himself inside the universe. If you can't thrust the universe, if you can't take life, if you can't be a strong man, how do you think you're going to get this? How do you think you're going to trigger this? How do you think you're going to evoke this? How do you think you're going to awaken my sexual nature, in which I won't be ashamed, in which I won't be ashamed, in which I will be open?